All right. Hi, everybody. So it's been a crazy week, right? First and foremost, I haven't posted in a while here a video, and part of that had to do with my mom's failing health, and she ended up passing away about a week and a half ago. So it's as you can imagine, been a difficult time, and going through a lot of emotions and grief, and we're going to be having a funeral at the end of May, so a lot of stuff was going in, and took a week off of work, all that stuff. So I was going to get to that actually on Wednesday of this week, and then of course all hell broke loose when Metallica responded and posted their video on the Big J page, and man, that was first and foremost unexpected. Now, at some point, I expected some sort of response because, due to my position here at the radio station and the relationship I've had with some of the people at their management company, I figured at some point I'd hear something one way or another. I was thinking more like not till October or even the early part of November, to be perfectly honest with you. Was not even thinking something would happen here in this summer, as it just it was blew me away. And the fact that all four of them together doing a video, man, Metallica, you guys, I mean, you're already awesome, but it's crazy. So we're gonna talk a little bit of some things here in this video, because now it's real. And I started this March 1st. That's when I posted the original video, and I had sent it off to him actually maybe a week before I posted the video. But so there, it's real now, and everybody's watching. Everybody is watching, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. So for a lot of those folks who are new, who have seen the Metallica thing and took an interest and have come to the Big J page or the YouTube or the Twitter, the reason I'm doing this isn't just to get to interview Metallica and meet those guys. It's to recover from binge eating disorder. And I won't go into the whole story because I have other videos that do that. But the main essential thing here that I need everybody to remember is that I want to recover from that emotional eating, so that I can live a healthy life. It has not been healthy, and as I've just been going to be turning 42 here in a couple months, so I'm starting to really feel it. Of course, Kevin Smith's incident with his heart attack was a wake up call for a lot of us. Older, larger gentlemen, and of course, eyes have pointed towards heart disease and things like that, which I'm probably sure I have to some degree. But that's the main focus here is being healthy. And so, yes, that includes losing weight, but that isn't the main focus because, as we go through this here in this next few minutes, we can do all kinds of diets, and I've done them. I've done every diet you can imagine, every diet. Going back to when I was in high school, a dieting fact caused me to lose my gallbladder. I'll be honest with you on that. So I've done it all, and I've lost hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds of fat in those years, exercising, eating healthy, all those things. Gained it all back because of the mental aspect of this, the mental disease part. So that's what we're going to talk about right now. So I had broken this up into 4 phases. We're in phase 2 right now, which is called Ride the Lightning. And one of the reasons I named it that, of course, is I was planning on doing keto and the keto diet and to lose some weight. And so part of that was me kind of pushing myself into an arena where I was going to really be kind of thinking about the food that I was eating. Well, as I was starting to get into that, I was starting to think, maybe it wasn't the greatest idea, not because I can't do it or I can't be disciplined to do it, but I was feeling some of the things that a lot of people will feel when they first do the keto thing, and that is hunger all the time. I mean, I was hungry here and there all the time, and it wasn't helping me identify the things I needed to identify. So what I have decided to do here is make a little change, and I'm going to pop this up here in the video. This is what I've decided to do. I'm going to cut out the keto part of this phase 2. Not because it's difficult or anything like that, but really it has taken away the focus and the, just the overall energy to think about my mental landscape as I'm eating food, and the hunger, and when I'm hungry, when I'm not hungry, it has just become a big distraction. And so I've decided to cut that out. Um, in fact, one of the biggest revelations I've had in my life when it comes to this eating thing was about a month and a half ago. I posted a video here on the page about a situation I was in where I identified some false hunger and went through the process of figuring out why that existed. And it blew me away the way I broke it down. I mean, that moment right there, I learned more about myself and what I need to do to recover from this than anybody's ever told me, than anybody's ever talked to me about. Of course, taking some of the things that I've learned here and there from a lot of different places helped me to identify what was going on. But what I've kind of found out and discovered was that my mind and me in general has an automatic defense system for feelings. I was feeling anxiety and uneasiness and insecurity, and immediately my brain told me to get up and eat something. Luckily, I was trying in an area, in a place mentally where I was focusing in on that. I wanted to reveal those moments to myself, and I managed to pull that off. And what happened when I did that was kind of mind-blowing. And so I paid attention to that for a few weeks, but I got all distracted with this keto thing and meal prep and cutting carbs. And so, for a lot of people, that's great. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do it was because I know that I'm at an unhealthy weight. My blood pressure is really high. I need to cut all that stuff out. But again, if I don't pay attention to my main issue, it's not going to do any good. So that's what I want to focus on. I'm going to go back and refocus my energy on the mental eating aspects and really hone in on it. That moment where I realized I wanted to eat something, and then figuring out the feelings that I had. I can't tell you how important it was to me because in going through this, I've realized that the binge eating and the defenses that coping has developed has kept me from a lot of things. And as we're going through here with the passing of my mother, it has protected me against feelings of anger, fear, self-doubt, insecurity, self-esteem, love, anger. All of those feelings, when you get those, anxiety is a big one. I don't know how normal people deal with it because I'm not normal, but, I've always kind of thought that I dealt with them. But you know what? I really don't think that I have faced 100% of those feelings because in the mix and all that, my brain's telling me to eat something. And, we use those words like comfort food, and that's what it was doing. It was comfort me in those feelings. To me, what it's told me is that I'm a prisoner. A prisoner of that. And it hasn't allowed me the freedom to make a choice on how I want to deal with those feelings and if I want to face them or not. Because they're not even getting to me at this point. They're hitting that wall, that invisible shield, and that's the goal. That's the focus. That's my sole purpose in this. And as we kind of talk about the Metallica diet and losing 100 pounds to meet Metallica, all that is great. But I can tell you this for 100% certainty. If I, hone in this, figure it out, and alleviate myself and give me that opportunity to have a choice, have the freedom of choice to deal with my feelings without using food to get into the middle of it, losing weight is going to be second nature. It's just going to happen. So that's why I'm cutting this keto thing. Obviously I want to be sensible about the food that I'm eating, but it's not going to be my total 100% focus. So that's what I need to do. I need to recognize those moments and focus in on them. And luckily, a lot of people have reached out. I'm going to get to that here in a minute. I know I'm kind of babbling on about a little bit here, but I was really excited about these revelations. So had a doctor reach out who isn't practicing currently, but has spent a lot of time working with obesity. And she sent me some videos and some things that I'd already kind of been thinking about, but it gave me some direction. It was really interesting. about how the brain, develops and it's a muscle, and how that it can learn and relearn and get stronger, and pathways and neuros and all that. It's neuro. I can't remember the word. I was gonna write it down and so I could remember it, but I can't. But the good news about it is that I can go ahead and I can fix this. I can go about and reprogram that. It's going to take some time, but it's going to take that effort and that focus that I need to do that. So I'm excited. I'm really, really excited about this. So that's where we're at right now. That's why we're cutting the keto thing, and we'll go from there. On that here, I have some notes. Yeah, I just got to keep the focus on me. I had kind of mentioned in a video not that long ago about spending some time and doing some what do you call it? Oh boy, I'm having one of those moments where my words aren't coming out the way I want them to. Just some time reflecting. There's a word for it, and I'm an idiot. Anyways, I want to spend more time doing that, doing some serious, deep thought, kind of in a quiet place and focusing on me, because I want to be able to, have those feelings. I want to deal with them. I don't want to run away from them. I don't want to hide from them. I feel to a certain degree, I've been robbed of a lot of things, and a lot of it has to do with the development of, binge eating for a coping mechanism, and, good, bad, indifferent. I mean, to be honest with you, here in the last few days, I felt, numb, with my mom passing away. And I feel like I don't think I'm releasing the emotion that I should be. Pretty sad. Feel some guilt and those sort of things. And I have moments where I let that in, but then it just, I'm not focusing enough on that. And I want to be able to get the brunt of those into my field of vision, so that I can, get them out of the way and carry on and move on and be able to have those feelings without food getting involved. That's the goal. So that's what we're doing. Now to the final part here, because I've gone on for quite some time, is very humbled by everybody who's reached out and support. The people from the very beginning when I started this in March to an amazing bunch of people that have come on board and started watching and paying attention to what I'm doing. It's very humbling that people want to help because, honestly, you don't get a whole lot out of me getting to interview Metallica except for some fun questions and that kind of thing. But helping somebody else, and that's a really, really cool thing. That's a very positive thing. So everybody who's reached out, all the nutritionists and exercise experts and specialists in that area, I can't thank you enough. And I'm not ignoring you. Everybody, I know, they have the thing that works, right? And so they want to share it, and I appreciate that. So I just got to focus on this mental aspect right now. And then down the road, this is a long game. It's 6 months away, by the way. So we've got time to get into there and do the exercise thing and the nutrition thing. But that all will come after I have that normal relationship with food where it's just food and it's not me trying to hide from stuff. So there it is. That's what's going on here. I'll try to do better at posting videos when they come up, but I'm not going to guarantee anything right now because preparing for my mom's funeral at the end of the month. So not sure how that's going to go, but I'm going to do my best. So again, appreciate everybody. I appreciate you, Metallica, so much for everything you've done for me already. And everybody who's been paying attention to these videos, thank you so much. And for those who also feel like you're having problems, feel free to reach out. I'm still there. I can still answer all the Facebook messages, Twitter, YouTube, you name it. And then, I'll gather a bunch as much information that I'm gathering and try to give to everybody. Okay?